Okay, Bay State running here with Westford Academy's Austin DeSisto, second place in the 800, 157, 158 unofficially, but a great race with Ryan Connolly of North Andover. Both of you guys running negative splits at second 400. Talk about the race. Could you sense it when you went by the 400 in 60 seconds that you guys were going to run fast that last 400?
Yeah, so we went by the 2. I heard a coach say that the 2 was slow, or going by the 3 rather. Heard a coach say that the 2 was slow, and I was like, I could feel it. I don't really want to take the 4. I was hoping somebody would have taken it at that point. Nobody did, so that just made it naturally slow. But you know, I kind of knew based off of experience that when I saw 60 coming through the 4, I knew it was going to be fast the last lap. So generally, that's when people make a move, and so I kind of try to tuck in behind everyone. You know, made a move down the back stretch, and then try to kind of sat in behind Connolly on the curve. I didn't want to pass him quite yet. I thought I could outkick him, but he just had another gear. But I think, you know, it's a different type of 8. It's never the type of 8 you want to run. You know, negative splitting's hard on such a short race. But you know, I'm happy with how I performed, and I think it was a good race.
Yeah, definitely for this early in the season. Now your PR is 156. What's the goal this season? Is this the event you're going to be concentrating on?
I think so, yeah. And I'm also kind of playing with the mile a bit. I went 4:26 the other week in a dual meet just to kind of drop that time down and see what I could do. So far, the state hasn't run that fast in the mile from what I recall. So, you know, depending on what I feel like I'm better in, I might switch up to the mile. But right now, the focus is the 8, you know, for the divisional and all-state meets.
And any big meets this season? Are you guys going to Penn Relays next weekend?
We are going to Penn Relays next week.
And I'm assuming the DMR.
DMR, yeah.
So what are you guys looking at? Because I'm thinking you got a good team. I think it was 10-15, right, in indoor?
15 indoors, yeah. I mean, I think we have a really good shot at the win if we race well. You know, it's the time's going to come. It's going to be probably under 10:10, I think is what they're predicting. I've heard that they think some teams could go under 10. I don't know about that. But, you know, I think if we race really hard and compete like we know how to, that we'll have a good shot. And, you know, the goal is to hand it on to Paul with people. He has some great competition in the mile, but in that last leg. But I think, you know, he'll do pretty well if we give it to him in a good spot.
Are you doing the 1200 or the 800?
Yep.
You're doing the 1200?
8.
The 8.
Yeah.
Okay, with that type of crowd, have you run a Penn Relays before?
Never.
An amazing crowd. What do you think? You think you can probably even PR in next weekend?
Yeah, and I think we could all drop pretty big PRs, to be honest. Just with such great competition and a large crowd. My brothers ran there before, so I'm kind of, you know, continuing on that legacy. My dad went to Penn, so I think, you know, we're all really excited. I think it'll be a really special meet, and I'm going to enjoy the atmosphere and embrace it.
Is that how you got into this sport through your dad?
My dad and brother, yep. The family's runners, and I kind of just, that was my thing. I started really, really young, kept going with it. As soon as I could for the school, in middle school, started competing for them, and then went on to high school. Is
it something that right away you said, you know, I like this sport? Because it's not the easiest sport, and I think sometimes it turns people off all the work you got to put into it.
Yeah, you know, I think I didn't necessarily go into it and say, I love this, I want to do this, but I really didn't like soccer, I didn't like baseball, I didn't like basketball as much, although I stuck with it until 8th grade. And so this is just kind of the sport I had left, and I learned to love it, and now I do, so.
Yeah, and you've had quite some success at it too, so, but congratulations here today. Good luck next week at Penn and throughout the spring season, but great job.
Thank you.